These makeshift dwellings are homes to families affected by two sets of ethnic clashes in Leh City. The first lot of people came here when clashes broke out early this year between Morabian groups and people from various parts of the highlands. A little over a week ago, a second group arrived, displaced by yet another clash between two different groups in the Kamkumung area, in which 3 people died. Their homes were raided, some set on fire, and the women and children forced out of their homes. Some of those who took part in the killing and burning still haven't been arrested. Many are known by members of the community, but much of that crucial information hasn't been passed on to police. Bulolo MP Sam Basil, who has had similar clashes in his electorate, says leaders of the groups should respect the law and hand over the troublemakers to police.
We are changing the laws now. People would think that, okay, you can go and murder and you can pay it with 20,000-30,000 kina. Anybody that goes and burn a house should be charged for arson. Anybody kills somebody should be charged for murder. And then people will respect the law.
Morobe is a large province with a coastline stretching from northern to Medang. It also shares common land borders with the Eastern Highlands and Gulf. Estimated population 600,000 people. And that means with economic growth and the influx of people, policing can be a nightmare. The total police strength for the Morobe province, and that's not counting the Leh Metropolitan Command, is only 125 men and women.
Out in the other districts like Asylum, CRC, these places we have very skeletal staff. It's about 1 to 3 men manning the stations.
In Leh City now, people are killing each other, people are destroying homes, families are being affected, and the business communities are suffering, and this is not on.
A former police commissioner, Peter Aigilo, who grew up in the Morobe province, says Papua New Guinea is sitting on a time bomb.
There will be sieges. People will not be able to move around freely anymore on the streets, particularly women and children, and life would be very difficult.
Significant changes are expected to come in the 2013 budget, set to be handed down next week. Prime Minister O'Neill, who spoke at a police conference in Leh in September, said police numbers and accommodation were going to feature prominently in the money plan. Scott Waide, National MTV News, Leh.
The donation of the 5,000 kina was handed over at the new cardiac unit inside the Port Moresby General Hospital. Wife of Prime Minister Peter O'Neill, Linda Babao, presented the cheque on behalf of Freshwater and the Miss South Pacific pageant PNG, Ruby Laufa. She emphasized the importance of drinking water.
It's something that promotes our livelihood, and our young people need to not drink as much soft drinks and things that have been brought into the country. And this is a Papua New Guinean product. Very proudly it's a Papua New Guinean product. And also having Miss South Pacific PNG here, the young women of our country, showing the importance of a healthy lifestyle.
Heart surgeon Dr. Lister Loon said with the assistance from organizations like Freshwater, they look forward to opening the unit so that eventually open heart services can be provided in the country.
So far we have put 5 pacemakers in the country, and we're hoping to continue doing that, and the ultimate is to have open heart in this country.
The fundraising for Operation Open Heart is ongoing and continues throughout the year, and not just for when the operations are happening.
And the program itself is solely survived by community-based and fundraisings like this, what we've just received now, and it goes a long way. What we are working to now is to localize the service within the country, and those of us who have gone for further training have come back, and now we are here to try and establish it.
Meantime, on a lighter note, Miss South Pacific pageant PNG Ruby Laufa said preparations are going well for the regional contest to be held in American Samoa.
Preparations are going very well. I train 3 times a day, And during those 3 times of day, of course, you have to keep hydrated. So you have to drink, I drank fresh water.
Delhi Bagu, National MTV News.
A handful of people gathered today at the Hela Beach Hotel in Port Moresby to witness a presentation of a business plan for the Pimbi Jua Women Company Limited, an arm of the Jua Fofasoso Development Corporation. Wilson Tumu from the Department of Petroleum and Energy challenged the landowner group to deliver services.
And because this thing will not exist there forever, take into consideration any funding that comes into, I challenge all landowner companies to get infrastructure development done properly in your place, because that is where you're going to live in.
He stressed that those in the impact areas will continue to miss out if these grants are misused by landowner companies. Meanwhile, Evelyn Wabi, the lady who has been driving this subsidiary landowner company, said she is doing this for the benefit of her people. The woman company is aimed at promoting women through small business opportunities. Michelle Amba, National MTV News.
At the moment, this is what the temporary processing center at Lombro Naval Base looks like. Tents already set up, ready for 500 asylum seekers. The media has been banned from coming here. Even with the permission of the governor of the province, we're not allowed to film. The Australian operations manager said we had no right to be there. Los Negros landowners who own the land the processing center sits on held a protest march on Friday. They handed a petition to the provincial government demanding major contracts be given to them. However, the governor told them that realistically they might only get subcontracts.
Inside lo display week pa mitaraim bes lo sit down one demo line lo Los Negros na mi bla come up him some bla tinting because me no think he got long bla time mo Australian government now we like him lo mo bi mo lo Asylum sikam.
The provincial government is happy with negotiations so far. Funding will be pumped directly into major infrastructure projects that will benefit the general population of Manus.
So, only like him at least 100 million. Display not possible. Australian government make him quite clear, only not have give out money. And look me too, display also gas. Oil is tap underneath the ground, na ba you me comparing one time how line blame lo highlands deal one time situation lo gas works in money in advance. Display and passing lo halbim tas solo humanitarian grounds tas also.
The first lot of asylum seekers were supposed to arrive 2 weeks ago, but their arrival has been stalled because of landowner demands. An AusAid assessment team was here in Manus last week where they carried out scoping studies. A final costed report should be out by the end of this week. Meredith Kusa, National MTV News, Lonu Bridge, Manus Island.
Eyewitness says the truck was traveling on a high speed and overloaded with gravel.
So kara kam wasem na dramem em lugu wase tulo tay flat kar la ko one side na em la ko chala abasiti wale me na em dra strong lo pulim sti tulo andem na tay dim kam dan wasem em kar em overloaded so kol the gravel stuff so weight blame stuff one side na suspension em one them brook them em suspension la kar one them dem kudan ko capside lo one side. But no adwan line simbagarabe drama taso like simbagarabe almost cargo lausi em borai do kalos.
Although no one knows the name of the construction company, the driver was traveling alone when the accident happened and no lives were lost.
The driver sustained slight injury to his arms and was in shock at the accident site as he was quickly taken to the Port Moresby General Hospital.
Trucking companies almost long tires long. Monthly checks, especially long tires long. These accidents happen only because of the smooth tires. Not the drivers. The drivers are careful. Also well on a bend. It's a very steep, long bend from up there at the peak right down here.
The Poroporena Freeway has claimed many lives over the years, and despite the signs of warning to drivers to slow down, many drivers still operate along the freeway on high speed. Vasina Tayama, National MTV News.